So today I'm going to be giving you a rundown on the agency script. And this is a script I've just created myself, simply, based off like what I've learned over 250 closes of like, also over generating 200K in revenue, what I've learned of building a sales team, and simply my experience, what I've learned, and what questions will make sense when you ask me in the meeting, right? So I'm going to give you a rundown on like why we do small talk, obviously why we introduce ourselves, that, we know why we do that, but all these kind of things that I just want to go over and make sure that it all makes sense to you, and like why you're asking certain questions, because a lot of people don't have any purpose or intent when they ask a question. And I'm just like going to show you why we ask these kind of questions in meetings. So let's dive right into it. And basically, we're going to be starting off with small talk, right? And this could be as simple as like, hey, how's your day going? Awesome that you're here. How's week been? What have you been working on today? How's everything? Stuff like that. Just simple small talk, just to, obviously erase any discomfort right from the get-go, and just, you're still talking to a human at the end of the day. A lot of people look at business owners as like some robot that has no feelings. Come on, it's like still human at the end of the day, guys. So, just keep that in mind. And then what we want to be doing is go ahead and introduce ourselves. Okay. So, all right, Mike. I'd love to first of all tell you who we are and what we do. So we are an agency that specializes in generating revenue for realtors. And, we have an immense passion in helping people like yourself, to become more successful in the space of what you're currently doing. Okay. And today we want to see if you're a good fit for what we do based on your current situation and whether we can help you or not. Because if we can't, we'll honestly tell you so. But if we can, we'll make you an offer at the end. Sounds good? And then they'll always say like, yep, let's do it. Awesome. And, then you start ahead and asking some questions. And the first question is, why are they on this call, right? What is the motivation of them to be in this call? Is it that they don't have any money? Is it that they, want to improve their digital marketing strategy? Everyone has their own motivation, right? So, Mike, what makes you take the time out of your day to take part in this meeting with us here today? And then just be aware that they may give you some BS answer as like, what I have stated here, like, well, you called me, or, like, I want to learn more about what you do. And don't settle for an answer like that, because that's not really going to give you like the proper motivation of like why they're taking the time out of their day to be nowhere else but with you guys, right? So simply don't settle for a BS answer and dig deeper, okay? Get them more comfortable to talk more about them right from the get-go. That is really, really crucial, guys. So if they give a BS reply, just ask them again. And usually whatever answer they give, we'll just ask simply, sure, but why? And then, oh, I see. Why is that? Just dig deeper, and actually find that motivation of like why they're there on that meeting with you, okay? And then what you want to do once you have actually found their motivation of like why they're on the call with you, then you want to make a transition and start understanding their business, okay? And once again, as I said, I'm not making this for any particular sub niche, but I do have a few examples here that I'll be going over. So, you want to ask a couple of questions to understand their business. And these are some of the questions that you should implement, and here's also why. And the number one question is, what's the average lifespan of a customer from start to finish here at, the Anytime Fitness? And pretty much then you want to go ahead and ask, what's the average amount spent by a customer in a month or a year? And they usually won't know. Okay, and this is also an opportunity for you to show like you're an expert, you're in a high authority position by doing a formula and determining the lifetime value of a customer, because this is also like good for them to know, however, not super crucial, but this is more crucial for you to know, so you can like see what kind of like lifetime value they have based off a customer, and you can like determine your service fee of that, right? And this is just a simple example that I just wanted to showcase here. For example, how much commission percentage basis do you get of every single deal? And this is for realtors, right? And what's the average home price you sell? Right. And based on this information, you can determine on how much they make on a monthly basis. Obviously not the exact precise number, but it gives you a good, good idea on like what they make. So, and then pretty much with these two questions, you understand the lifetime value of a customer, and you'll be able to get a clear picture on how much you'll be able to charge. Okay. And this is really important, because when you get to the close, you obviously have to like logically be able to explain on like why you charge a certain amount, right? That's what a lot of agency owners don't do, right? They just say like, yeah, so it's going to be $2,000 a month. How do you feel about that? And then I ask like, that's cool, but why are you charging me $2,000 a month? And then they're like, yeah, that's our package, right? That's usually what happens. That you don't want to be in that situation, guys. So make sure you do this. And you actually, if you don't understand what the lifetime value of a customer is, you can go ahead and YouTube, check out a YouTube video. There's awesome YouTube videos on it, which, briefly explain like how you can like calculate it, what the formula is, and why it's so important to know what the lifetime value of a customer is. And here's another example of a more easy example to show you guys, to give you like a picture. So the customer has a 1-year gym membership that he cannot cancel, right? Because he signed a contract for his 1-year gym membership. Okay, and that's the lifespan of his contract. And the monthly fee is $30 per month. So what you want to be doing to determine the lifetime value is lifespan X amount spent by customer. That's the lifetime value, right? So in this case, it will be 12 months times $30 is 360 lifetime value of a customer. Okay. And then the amount of leads you can convert into customers, that you can generate minimum from leads to conversion, which is going to be turning into a customer. So let's say it's 20, right? You're positive, you're very confident in yourself that you can generate this business 20 new customers in the span of a month, and that's very easy for a gym because it's easier to get, new customers for a gym than it would be for, a realtor to get like a solid client. And pretty much what we have right here is 20 new customers times the lifetime value based on a year is 7.2K ROI. Okay. And simply, once again, as I stated, just walk them through the formula to build more authority and expertise, right? It's really, really important, guys, that you keep a high authority position in a conversation. So, you can keep asking the questions that they don't question you, because if that happens, it's hard to refer back into your authority position. Okay. You don't want it to question you. And, basically what you want to do, you want to leave the product below out of the equation, obviously, what I have stated here. I mean, this is how you can explain it logically when you go for the close, as I stated once again. And since it's monthly, right, for a gym, they won't get like the ROI right away. This is based off a year. It's better to charge 1/4 of the total return on investment, or even 1/6, in my opinion. So if we assume it's the 1/4, you can charge 1.8K a month. Okay. And then what you want to do right here is simply make a transition to gathering ammunition. And with gathering ammunition, pretty much what you do is you ask questions about their goals and their personal motivations. And, once you have all this ammunition, the answers to your questions right here about their personal motivation and, the revenue goals with the business, you can always fire it back at them, right? Because during this meeting, you're explaining like how you can get into the certain goals and how you can like fix the personal issues that they're facing by, what you have to offer. And if they say no, you can fire all that ammunition back at them. So that's really, really powerful. And here, guys. So the first question is, can you explain your current digital marketing strategy? Just for some context, to give like a little bit of a valid reason. And usually what they say is that, they don't have any strategy in place, right? Because they're either doing referrals, word of mouth, magazine ads, billboard ads, something like that, right? Just some traditional marketing stuff. That's what most businesses are still doing, unfortunately. And that's where you can come in and, fix it. And, usually they'll just say that they're doing traditional stuff and, just note it down. Once again, it's ammunition that you can use, because basically you'll be showcasing like pretty much what you're able to do with your solution, which is your service, to fix like the current situation and get them to like their desired situation. So, and then the second question is, once again, where are most of your clients coming from? It's kind of a similar question, but then again, this gives you a better and precise answer on like what exactly the business is relying on, client acquisition wise. And usually it's referrals, word of mouth, magazine ads, stuff like that, right? And then you ask them, and they usually are, well, not always. Some of the times they're embarrassed to say it. If you ask them, do you have a process in place to get consistent, qualified clients? They're usually like, no. Or like, no, I don't, but I want to, right? And sometimes they also say like, they're pretty happy with it, right? Actually ask the question with, are you happy with this and only relying on referrals? And, if they say yes, then say, of course, it's great, it's been working so far. But, if there's other things out there that can improve your business even more, I'm sure you want to know more about them, right? So just lay it out like that if they do say yes, which could be the case, right? Should be prepared for any scenario. And then what you want to do is go ahead and transition right here. And, this is a question you have to be kind of careful with, because I remember from my experience, when I asked this to a business owner, he really got offended because he wasn't making that much. So, it's kind of like justifying yourself when you say, I understand that this is a lot to ask and I'm not here to judge or anything like that. But if you are serious about improving and making a change, we need to know what kind of revenue is your business currently at. Right? That's what you want to be knowing, so you have a better picture. And guys, I'm sorry about these notifications. I have to turn them off. And, like once you have, a precise answer, because if they don't give you a precise answer, you don't need a range, you need a precise answer, or an average at least, okay? So, if they don't give you a precise answer, just ask them again, because you can move forward without this question. It's really important, because if they don't open up with the revenue, they're most likely not even able to invest, okay? And next up, you want to find out what they want, okay? It's also a part of like why they're on a call with you. They want to like fix your current situation and get to a desired situation with your business, right? And you want to ask them, okay, what is your goal this year for the amount of revenue you want to make? Okay, because you're going to be creating goals for them. And you're going to be like going over them again near the end of the meeting and simply like, current situation, desired situation. And once again, you are that gap in between. Keep that in mind, guys. So that's like why you're asking these questions. And then number two, the amount of deals you want to close. And this is a question you would ask a realtor, for example, right? I will be deleting this one because once again, it's not applicable to every sub niche. So you can always like edit the script if you want to. I'll make sure to include it. But anyway, what is your motivation to get to, X amount? Because that's what you're asking. You're asking for their motivation on like why they want to make that amount. All right, maybe it's a personal motivation, and usually it is. And the third question is, how would things be different for your business if you got to 100K in revenue instead of 50K? And how would getting to 100K in revenue have an impact on other areas of your life? And this is kind of a good question, a very good question actually, because it's an indirect question to like what is your personal motivation? And then what you want to do really is, as you can see the last question, tell me more about that. Like why is that? Why do you want to help your family, or why do you want to spend more time with your family, right? Just because basically with these questions, you're emotionally and logical selling them, right? And this is the logical part, and this is the emotional part. Okay, keep that in mind, guys. It's the strongest way to sell, emotionally and logically, right? You have to justify the emotions with logic. And then pretty much what you want to do right here is release control. So you can say, okay, Mike, you're at X amount and you want to get to X amount. And this gap is calling for some sort of a change that needs to be made, or you'll stay exactly where you are now. Would you agree? Then they usually say yes. And then what you want to go ahead and do is ask them, so tell me, what's stopping you from achieving that on your own? And then they'll like explain like why they can do it and why you can help them, right? They'll also list that out. And pretty much what you want to do right here is gain commitment. It's really, really important, guys, because you're going to be going for the close in a bit here. So, okay, Mike, so you're currently making X amount a month, and why not just stay where you are? And they'll explain like how they want to get out of the situation, why they want to make a change. And you're also going to be asking more, so once again, kind of an indirect personal question. And you'll say, okay, and is not having this affecting any other areas of your life? Right? And then you want to go ahead and ask, okay, and when are you wanting to fix this? So, determining the urgency of it. And pretty much what you want to do here is ask the last question of, getting commitment. Okay, and I know that you're wanting to fix this now, but how committed are you to make this happen, right? Like increasing the urgency commitment of, actually like increasing your chances of closing on the spot. It's really important, guys. And okay, Mike, well, we can definitely help you with that. Would you like us to tell you more about what we do? And then, what you want to do is keep it short as possible, because they don't really care about like all this traditional marketing stuff and offline advertising and online advertising. Just show results and show how you can bridge the gap from current situation to desired situation. So what you want to do here is just say, hey, okay, so our agency's area of expertise is to generate leads and convert them into customers using a proven process. Okay, proven process is a lot, guys. That's why we're going to be showcasing a case study. So we've already gone through with several clients of ours through using Facebook advertising. And then what you want to do is run down them on a case study of yours. And I always teach my students to get a contractor, because you can leverage with their case study, and it's not a bad thing, because like if it's your contractor, then he will be representing your results delivery, right? So it really doesn't matter. And then, after you give him a proper rundown, you want to ask them, does this make sense to you? Do you see how this could get you from X amount to X amount? Like, this is the logical one, this is the emotional one. Do you see how this could improve other areas of your life as well, right? Awesome. So what sort of questions do you have? And here you want to make sure that, they don't have any questions or they have any objections, because you're about to go for the close here, right? And, that's really important to ask these questions, because if you skip this, it can be like devastating for when you go for the close. So now you want to go for the close. So this is what I've learned from Jovan and Quinton, my mentors. And, it's kind of a psychology trick where, if you get people to say yes, they're more likely to say yes at the close. And this actually really works, right? The more people say yes, the more likely they'll say yes. So pretty much what you want to be doing is say this: I just need to ask you a few more questions to see if you would be a good fit. Is that okay? And then you ask him, if we started working together today and I help you grow your business to X amount, imagine in 1 year where you will be. When we get there, would this be the best decision you ever made? Yes. You know what you want. You've painted a really clear picture for me. Now, let me ask you this. Why don't you have it yet, and what's been standing in your way? Once again, why they can't do it on themselves. And then what you want to do is go for the close, right? So this is where we utilize the triple yes strategy. Actually, the 4. The more the better, actually. And what you want to be doing is say, great, so it looks like you know exactly what you want. You want X because you want X. Is that right? Yes. You haven't been able to achieve your goals because of X and X. Is that correct? Yes. You know, in order to get to X, you need to make a change. Is that correct? Yes. I have one more question for you. Do you want us to help you? Yes. Yes. Great. Here's how it works. Blah, 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 blah. Great. Here's how it works. Look at everything we showed you today. And with that, you'll be able to get leads every single day. Close more deals every single month. And ultimately, you're going to make a lot more money than you're making right now. Our fee to make all of this happen is $2,000. And now, silence. Like, don't justify yourself. If they say, oh, that's a lot, don't say, oh, yeah, but whatever they say, like, just shut up till they make a conclusion, right? Then you want to handle the objections if there's any. Just shut up after you say the price. Like, unless someone shoots you in the leg, then you can scream. But if anything else, just shut up and wait till they say something. And this is a more aggressive approach, and you can also use this. I usually just stick with this one. Really is based on quite different variables, but this is fine. You can also try this out depending on like which one you prefer. And then, moving forward, awesome. Well, we can get you started right now if you want. And guys, this is pretty much a script that I use myself. So, small talk, introduction, setting expectations, and then motivation, gaining commitment. This is all an amazing and chronological script that, once again, I've personally done over 250 closes, generated over 200K in revenue, built a sales team. And really, I just wanted to give you guys this. And I hope it makes more sense now that why we ask these certain questions and, what the purpose and intent behind them is. So yeah, guys, really hope that this Loom has helped you. And I will be definitely including the script for anyone, that wants it. So guys, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.